Bryce Young's best game of the year on Sunday. By the way, best and most pleasing to the eye, not synonyms. Mm-hmm. It was hideous. It was gross. It was grotesque. It was a effort and a labor of love, but it was beautiful because it ended in a win, and he proved, he might have the thing you need to be a quarterback in the NFL. That is the ability to struggle and not have it ruin you. How many times have we heard, you have to put in Andy Dalton or you're going to ruin him. You have to protect him better or you're going to ruin him. David Carr got hit a bunch as a young quarterback, and look what it did to him. Yeah, you can't put him out there. And I've from the beginning, I've said, no, once you play him, you play him. And if a little bit of struggle does him in that poorly, if it really affects him that much, then guess what? He was never going to make it. Because to be a quarterback in the NFL, you have to be able to go through the hard times and come out still with your poise, with your moxie, with your ability to lead, with everything else. And when you talk about going through the hard and the difficult, Bryce Young has had heaping portions, his just an absolute absurd amount this year. Loss. Poor play around him, poor play himself, missing open throws, panic fumbles, panic interceptions. Like, it's been down and dirty. Yet still, game on the line, he gets the ball, needs to go 90-plus yards for a touchdown, right? Needs to go probably 65 for field goal range. He takes over and makes it happen. Completions on third down, just poise as far as knowing the time on the clock and how long you have, and you can huddle on this one, you can huddle on this one, get to the line, let me see if I need to change it, how much time, play clocks, moving the chains, all of it. He orchestrated the entire situation into a 17-play, 90-yard, game-winning drive. Here's Bryce Young with his thoughts on that final job. Dennis is nodding and waiting for the
waterlogged
the machine.
Okay, here we go.
Where else would you rather be? Opportunity to go down and win the game. For me, there's no other group I'd rather do it with. We all have faith in each other. We all believe in each other. It was just a great opportunity. So just in the huddle, being able to look at each other, we all had the same look in each other's eyes. We all had confidence. We were able to put together. Credit goes to my teammates, to everyone, and then to TB and Coach Tabor for managing everything.
Gosh, he always says the right thing. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and update the Bryceometer. Now, if you are watching on our WRAL Sports Fan video stream, you'll be able to see this. If you're watching on our YouTube channel at some point in the future on 99.9 The Fan's YouTube channel, you can see this also. If not, I will describe it. It has been a while since we've moved the Bryceometer confidence level. It's been one step above. Is Cam available? Because I'm nowhere near benching or moving on from Bryce Young. But that's as low as I'm willing to go this season, and it had been there consistently for about a month, which is not a good sign. But I do think there is confidence gained from game-winning field goal drives. There's confidence gained. So I am boosting the Bryceometer confidence level 1/2 slice. All the way up to firmly into the slice entitled, there's no way he's actually 5'10". That's where we are right now. For the first time in weeks, there's something to be more confident about when it comes to your number one overall pick quarterback than the previous week. And it's so much about, right, we talked about Ronta, it's all between the ears. It's because of what's between the ears. The concerns about Bryce are still the same ones, right? The physical side, the how much does he trust his legs to run? Does he have that top shelf arm? The panic situations are a concern. We've seen him a few times kind of hot potato and make a bad decision with it. But people have spent years and years and decades trying to label what I'm going to try to label here. It's the moxie. It's the poise. It's that thing.
The it
factor, the X factor, the intangibles, the stuff you can't teach. But whatever it is, right in the huddle, Think about how difficult this is for what Bryce Young did. Step into the huddle. It's a borderline, like, would we call it monsoon-like conditions? Like, it is borderline monsoon-level rain. There's absolutely no crowd in the stands.
Nothing.
So just nobody to steal energy from. There's your offense has scored 6 points all game. You haven't won in months, right? You have a coach that got fired. You have just bad vibes all over the place. You have to go 90 yards, and he stepped into the huddle and somehow got those guys to believe that he was going to lead them on a touchdown drive. And then he stepped up and did it. And he did it in ways that kind of make sense. And what I mean by that is he peppered the right sideline. I don't know what it was that they saw in the defense. Maybe it was a simple matchup. They didn't like the guy. They thought they had an advantage over the secondary on that side. Maybe it was a wind factor. Whatever it was, they found something they liked on the right sideline and just absolutely ate there. And yes, the wide receivers helped. But think about the leadership it takes to have them in that situation, right? DJ Chark and Jonathan Mingo made very difficult catches. DJ Chark's on the sideline is probably the best catch of the year for the Panthers. Jonathan Mingo's when the ball flutters out of your hand in the rain and he can still come back and make the catch. Like, that is huge. Those guys were locked in enough to make those plays, despite the fact that they've been the butt of every joke for months. Every time someone said anything about Bryce Young, the people that thought they were defending the Panthers would jump in and go, it's not Bryce's fault. The receivers are horrendous. And then the receivers were somehow locked in at the end of that rain game to make those plays. Like, give credit where it's due. And give credit to Bryce for not overthinking it. Because that happens too, right? You get like 2 completions down the right sideline. What do you start thinking? Right? Especially when you're kind of laboring the point or you're not seeing the field super well, you start thinking, all right, I've completed 2 over there. They're going to adjust. They're going to send their safety over there. So I should pump fake there and throw it back to the left because they're not going to see that coming. He didn't do that. He kept it simple. Right? First down. Right? First down. All right, another third down. Need another first down. Let's go over there to the right. Different routes, different receivers, but it was the right decision rather than an overthought decision. And that is why I am more confident today in Bryce Young than I was on Friday. Right? I don't think, the game in and of itself, they scored 9 points. Like, I'm not going to write Shakespearean sonnets about how awesome the offense was. They scored 9 points. But what I am going to say is how you react to adversity is traditionally how you react to adversity. If you're a finger pointer, you're a finger pointer. If you're somebody that goes in the tank, turtle goes in the shell, that's what you do. If you're somebody that is just like, no, I'm still confident in myself to do it next time, then that's who you are as well. What did Jay-Z say? People change, but that's just the top layer, right? You're still the person you were when you got here, and I'm still paraphrasing. I'm not going to rap Jay-Z lyrics, but that's the vibe.
Matt Rule will be proud.
There you go. That's all I'm trying to do is make Matt Rule proud. That's my goal over here. But I think we're seeing the true colors of Bryce as somebody that can deal with adversity, and that is outside of the basics, like can you throw a spiral? It's one of the most important things out of an NFL quarterback is how you mentally and just kind of inside your brain, how do you deal with struggle? And the Panthers have had nothing but. And he still led a game-winning drive on Sunday. Boosting the Bryceometer.